Jax.
Carly?
You can let go of me now.
No, I'm not alive. Hey. Decided to grab me.
God.
Yeah, Nicholas came along here to make sure I don't do anything stupid.
Lucky, I'm not here to police you. I'm just here to help you.
Yeah, I know. I owe you.
No, you don't. We both love you and know you can do this.
And we're gonna be waiting right here for when you get out.
I'll see you later. I was looking for you. Did you score?
Just like you asked for. Wait, what's wrong?
I changed my mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't want the pills.
Okay, well, you asked me to get them, but if you don't want them, then that's fine. Lucky!
Well, the doctor's convinced you're dying of lung cancer, or is it just you?
We both looked at the x-rays, and the doctor said that this is a very difficult cancer to beat.
Well, I mean, why bother? Why can't you just, forget the treatment? Forget chemo and the surgery, and just they can prescribe some painkillers, and you can just go quietly.
I'm a mother, I have children, and it's my responsibility to ensure their safety while I'm here and if I'm gone.
That's true. As long as you don't use the cancer to manipulate people into getting what you want.
I want to do something, right?
Then you should stop punishing yourself. You're a good sister. And your family needs you to be strong. I've seen you keep going even when you're scared, Sam, and that's what you have to do now.
I'm not sure I can.
I know you can.
Aren't you guys gonna kiss?
Honey, Jason and I, we're not together anymore.
Don't you guys still love each other?
Lucky, you walked right by the meeting room.
It's not easy to go in there and admit to all the mistakes that I've made.
Oh, Lucky, everyone in that room understands that drug addiction is a disease.
It's not so much about the pills anymore. It's just knowing what they made me do.
Look, that's in the past. Let's just focus on getting well, putting our family back together, and we know and love the person you really are.
Thanks.
Okay.
He's barely hanging on.
I know, and he is so worried about Lulu.
Yeah, we all are, but he's using her as a crutch. I know that sounds judgmental.
No,
just
it's okay.
It is.
You know what? You don't have to wait here. I'll wait for him.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want him to feel crowded, and I could use a few minutes to myself. But if you want to go visit Cameron at daycare, he would really love that. He's been begging to come home.
Okay. That must be really difficult as well.
Yeah, you have no idea. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. And it's not like my Graham can keep him indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I should have to choose between my husband and my son.
No. Lucky should just go to rehab.
Yeah.
And I understand why he doesn't want to, but I don't know, he needs to get it together somewhere. And how is it that you're handling this better than I am?
I'm not. I'm just trying to do everything I can to save my marriage. But I can't raise my son in a home with an addict. I've decided if Lucky relapses even once, I'm gonna have to leave him.
Have some ginger ale. It'll help settle your stomach.
Thank you. How can they call it morning sickness when it's almost noon? I swear I hate every single part of being pregnant. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about this with you. We're not friends. And I should be working, and you're waiting on me.
It's okay, Lulu. It's slow.
Yeah, but still.
Your problem is Dylan's problem.
And everybody has a solution but me. The Quartermains want me to keep the baby. Dylan wants to do the right thing. Emily wants me to see a counselor. And Robert Scorpio wants to blame my dad, who has nothing to do with this.
Exactly how many people have you told?
I've lost count. And I'm the only person who doesn't know what to do next. It's not fair. I mean, I made some mistakes, but we used protection. I don't want a baby. I don't want to be a mom. I would be horrible at it. Why can't I just end the pregnancy? I mean, women do this all the time. They have abortions. It is a perfectly legal medical procedure. What would you do?
I can't answer that.
Under the circumstances, I don't think it's being manipulative for me to put my affairs in order.
It can be.
It would be irresponsible for me not to look out for the needs of my children.
We all have things we want for our kids. All I'm saying is that you can't just cough and say, you either do it this way or no way.
I'm sorry if my symptoms have offended you.
I'm not, I didn't mean to offend you. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, and I am offended. However inconvenient it may be for the people around me, I am going to ensure my children's well-being as long as I'm alive, and you would do nothing less.
It seems to me that you're using your illness to try to control people or the situations.
I'm not the only one in this room with control issues. Because if you were on your deathbed, I guarantee that you would have a few people disappear. Especially if it was about keeping your children safe.
But you are not on your deathbed. That's what I'm trying to say. You have a 50% chance of living, and I want you to live. But you're not doing anything to survive. You're just doing everything to try to control your children after you're gone.
I want my children safe and secure, and the best chance of making that happen is to make sure that they're not standing next to Sam, who's standing next to Jason while somebody's shooting at him.
Alexis, it's terrible what's happening to you, but it does not give you the right to tell people who they should love or who they should be with.
I am really disappointed in the way this conversation went, so I'm gonna leave. Will you do me the favor of just speaking to Jason and asking him to stay away from Sam, because in turn you'll be helping Christina and Molly.
You know what, Christina? Jason and sometimes things change.
Sam and I we're still friends.
Yeah, friends. And that's why he let us go on his boat.
Didn't we have fun? Didn't I tell you Sam is a great captain?
We had a lot of fun. We had so much fun, we gotta go home and tell Mom how much fun we had. Come on, let's go. What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Do you tackle every maid that comes into your room?
Only the pretty ones.
Aren't you really gonna tell me that you miss me?
Isn't it obvious?
Aren't you wondering why I'm here?
That's a little obvious, too. My only question is what took you so long?
What did you say?
I've been waiting for weeks for you to come after me. Ow! What was that for?
You smug, egotistical jerk. You were waiting for me to come to you?
Okay. Perhaps hoped
Don't you put a spin on this. Do you think I have nothing better to do than to chase you all the way to Casablanca? I have 2 kids.
And a hotel to run, one that you left me when you walked out.
Yes,
Do you remember
and
that?
a very brilliantly run hotel. You've done a
Don't
very good job
change the subject.
with that. You know, that maid's uniform really, very sexy. Really does it for me.
I am just here to save you from the gold digger. That's all.
What gold digger?
Don't stand there and act innocent. Your mother told me everything. How this bimbo has been leading you all over North Africa. From casino to casino, party after party, night after night. She probably has you thinking that she's some billionaire or a countess or some princess from a country that doesn't even exist. When she's some piece of trash who's only trying to rob you blind.
My mother told you all this?
Yes, she told me this. And I thought you were smarter than to fall for such a stupid scam like this. But I guess the pain of leaving everything behind has left you with the ability to not use your brain anymore. So I have come here out of the goodness of my heart and sacrificing everything to save you, okay?
Did you have a specific approach in mind?
Yes. To remind you of what you could have if you throw out the trash and come back to me.
Oh, so, you're jealous?
You wear your sunscreen and your life vest?
Check. Check and check. Sunscreen, yes. Life vest, yes. And she also sat on Jason's lap because I was driving. And he was holding her really tight because I was going over these waves. And it was like flying, wasn't it? It was so much fun. She actually likes being on the water just as much as I do. I think they say what? Like sister, right?
Yeah. Jason said we could go again.
That's nice.
Hey, you know what? Your hands are so sticky. You're actually sticking to me. Come on. Go wash up. Good. I know you don't like the idea of Christina being around Jason, but she was really upset today, and it actually,
It was
she
a
was happy.
spur of the moment thing. I understand.
Absolutely, it was. We were on the docks, and we were looking at some boats, and Jason showed up. She asked, and he was just being kind.
I know he would never do anything to intentionally hurt her.
No, and I would have never taken her without your permission. She's relaxed. She had fun, and
I know that you wouldn't do anything to hurt her either, and I know you were being very careful. But too many people have tried to kill Jason too many times for me to ever be comfortable with Christina being around him.
Hey, got some updates about Alcazar. You feel like dealing with it now?
No, not right now. We gotta talk about Alexis first.
What does she want?
Take one guess.
Are you serious? You're supposed to ask me to stay away from Sam now?
And Christina, too. Alexis feels she's dying, and she thinks that if anything happens to Sam because of you, Christina will never be able to get over it.
Okay, Christina is your child, too. What do you think?
You're not the worst thing that can happen to Sam or Christina. My brother is.
Hey, I'm proud of you for going to the meeting.
You gotta quit saying that.
Why? I'm trying to be supportive.
Yeah, well, every time you say that, I feel like a child who just cleaned his room.
Sorry.
It's just, I don't have anything to be proud of today.
Well, can you try being proud of just going to the meeting? Think of it as one tiny step away from drugs.
Did you plan this?
I had no idea.
I thought we could all use some dinner from Eli's for old time's sake.
Yeah, so you can babysit the druggie, right?
We're here for Elizabeth, too. You aren't the only one affected by your addiction.
I'm sorry, you know what, you're right. Just a little on edge. Withdrawals are a little harder than I thought.
You should be in rehab or a hospital.
I am not the one who needs help. Lulu is 18 and pregnant.
Yeah, Lulu definitely needs our support, but we have to be careful not to pressure her.
Look, I've been where she is. She just needs a little room to sort things out for herself.
All we can do is be ready to help her when she asks us to.
You think that I am jealous of some jet setter that has nothing better to do than to chase you around the world?
You tell me.
I'm only here to help your mother.
I see.
Lady Jane is worried about you. Please, Carly, Jax needs you desperately.
Yeah, she can be relentless.
I would like nothing better than to watch this woman rob you blind. It's what you deserve after walking out on me. But out of respect for Lady Jane, I chose to set aside my justified anger and disappointment to spare you some pain.
Well, you were disappointed when I left?
You're missing the point.
No, I get it. I mean, you're here to rescue me from, from all this. I mean, it's been awful. It really has. Lawn parties that last for days and yacht parties that last for weeks. And then you drink a lot of champagne, and you know what champagne leads to.
I get the picture. Yeah.
I mean, thank God that you're here to rescue me.
On one condition.
Okay. All right, I'm listening.
You tell this gold digger to get lost, that you're otherwise engaged.
And that's all I have to do?
I'll be waiting in the bar downstairs. And you know how I hate to wait.
Hey, it's me. I'm in the mood for a little fun.
Alexis, she's scared. I don't blame her, but she's overcompensating. She thinks because she can't control the cancer, she's got to control everything else.
Yeah, I understand.
And the only threat to her kids is Rick, but Alexis can't see it. If he gets custody of Christina, he's going to use her as a pawn against me. I'm not going to let that happen. But you know what? Alexis, the best thing would be if she could just make the decision herself. She needs to know what her husband is all about.
Okay, but you said you were going to talk to Sam before you tell Alexis what happened, right?
I know this is going to be hell for Sam. She's ashamed that she slept with Rick, and I know you don't even like to hear that. We're not going to talk about that, but I do need your input. Alexis needs to know that her husband slept with her daughter. Then she can make her decision whether Rick is fit to raise Christina.
Whoa. No. Here. I got that. I got it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just winded, I think. When I found out that you were my daughter, and I went to see you in the hospital, I was so relieved and so furious at the same time because I thought that our time would be cut short. I feel that way now.
I survived, and so will you.
It's a relief to me, Sam, to know that you're going to be there for Christina and Molly.
You need to stop thinking about dying and start focusing on beating this.
I saw the x-rays. It's very serious.
No, you have a chance.
Sure I do. This fatigue is unbelievable.
You rest for a while, yeah? I'm gonna be outside if you need me.
Hi, sweetheart. Let's see. Let me see those hands. You did a good job cleaning up. Hey, where's your bracelet?
It's on the boat.
It is? Oh, we're gonna have to call Jason and ask him if he can find it. I know you had a good time, and I don't want you to be sad. And I don't think it's a good idea if you go on any more boat rides with Jason.
He's just nice. Haven't you almost kissed?
Hello. Morgan and Michael are all tucked in, and Letitia's recovering nicely from our afternoon at the bazaar. She bought 17 purses at last count.
Wow.
It was really a splendid afternoon all the way around. Michael bought a camel. Well, not a real one. And Morgan fell asleep wearing the most adorable fez.
Don't you want to know what happened with Jax?
Oh, of course I do.
I mean, after all, this whole rescue mission was your idea.
Well, it's very educational for the children. Would you like a drink, dear?
Oh, no, thanks. That's okay.
Oh, well, let's not let it go to waste.
Is there a problem?
Oh, no, not at all. No, no, tell me the details. Well, at least the details Jax wouldn't mind his mother knowing.
Okay. Well, first of all, I dressed up like a maid to get into his room. I mean, the point was to catch him with this gold digger. And you never told me what she looked like.
Oh, well, she changes, dear, like a chameleon.
She wasn't there. Yeah, when I got there, the room was empty. There was no sign of Jax or this other woman.
Oh, dear.
But then Jax tackled me to the couch, and when he realized it was me, he kissed me like there was no tomorrow.
Well, that's all very lovely, dear, but please spare the details.
Sorry. So I just told him what would be waiting for him in Port Charles if he decided to throw out this piece of trash.
And I expect he denied everything?
No, you know, Jax. Tons of charm, not a lot of detail, which tells me this woman is no competition at all.
I expect you're right about that.
I told him to meet me here, so he should be showing up any second, which will prove that it is over between him and this fortune hunter.
Really?
Yeah, feels good to have everything settled. And I almost forgive you for seeing that postcard and signing Jack's thing.
Well, as a mother, I'm sure you appreciate the little white lies we tell sometimes to keep our children happy.
Are you sure you saw Sam and Jason kissing? You sure it wasn't a mistake?
Sam and Jason love each other.
You know what? As angry as I am about the whole situation, I don't want Sam to hurt any more than she already has.
So you don't want me to tell Alexis the truth?
Sonny, I'm so done telling people how to live their lives.
Jason is a really nice guy. But he has a job that's very dangerous, and we don't want you or Sam to be in any danger by being around that, do we?
Hello?
It's Sonny. I need to see you right away.
What do you need, Alexis?
I think Christina left her bracelet on your boat. Can you come by and drop it off?
No. It's about your mother.
While you're here, can we talk about my daughters?
You think it's wrong, don't you? That I would even consider having an abortion?
Not at all, Lulu. I believe every woman has the right to choose. I'm just way too close to this to offer an opinion.
I would still like to know.
Well, obviously the best option for me is no baby. Dylan would have no obligation to you, no permanent connection. But it's about what you want, Lulu. At the end of the day, you're the one that has to make the decision and live with it for the rest of your life.
I know I need to decide something soon, but I cannot think. I have all these options just spinning around inside my head. I need someone that I can trust, someone that doesn't gain or lose anything from this situation. Someone who can help me decide what's best. I wish I had my mom here.
I'm sorry you feel so alone.
Thanks. Yeah. I wouldn't want my child to feel this way.
No, I think it might be a good idea for Lulu to move in with you. At least the Quartermains won't be able to snatch the baby the minute it's born.
Well, there may not even be a baby.
What? What do you mean?
Lulu's considering all of her options.
You mean an abortion? Did you tell Lulu it was wrong?
I told her to speak to a counselor.
She doesn't need advice from an outsider.
She needs to make the decision on her own, and it might help to have someone objective.
If Lulu has an abortion, it'll ruin her life.
You better be careful about telling her what's right and wrong.
This is about how Lulu chooses to live her life.
Based on what? Her loving childhood?
All any of us want is for Lulu to be okay. And you're right. She should be with her family right now. So I'll go track her down, and I'll let her know that we're okay with whatever she decides.
And make sure she knows we're not going to judge her.
Lulu needs us to be honest about what she's facing. I'm gonna go find her.
No, you can't.
Why can't I go talk to my own sister?
Because you're going through withdrawal, and you're in pain, you're moody, and Lulu needs somebody understanding and calm.
I can pull it together long enough to keep my little sister from making a terrible mistake.
Well, Lucky, the problem with that is we shouldn't be talking her into or out of anything.
So you think it's okay that she does this?
No, I'm just saying we need to think about what she wants.
She's too young to know what she wants. I am gonna go find her.
No, she's not going to want to discuss her sex life with her brother.
I am the only family she has around.
She'd feel more comfortable with a woman.
I mean, you're already judging her.
By trying to keep her from making a choice she'll regret for the rest of her life?
But it isn't your choice to make, Lucky.
But I know how Lulu thinks. She thinks on impulse and regrets it later. I mean, she got pregnant by her stepbrother. Now, does that sound like someone responsible and mature?
You're making decisions for Lulu based on emotion right now. Okay, whatever happens, whether she decides to not have the baby or have the baby or whatever, it needs to be her choice.
Lulu has felt alone her entire life. That's probably why she got pregnant. She needs to know that she can count on her family, on me. Now, is somebody gonna tell me where she is? Well?
She should be working at Kelly's.
Thank you.
I'll go after him.
No. It's his choice.
It was caught in the strap of her life jacket.
Thank you very much for bringing this back. She loves this bracelet, and she's already asked Santa to bring new charms for it.
Do you need anything else?
Christina had a really good time on your boat. Thank you for taking her.
She's a good kid.
She adores you, Jason. I think partly because she knows how much Sam loves you and how much you love Sam.
You know what? I can't talk about this with you.
And I don't want to talk about this anymore with you, Jason. I know you're so sick and tired of hearing it. And you've done such a good job of protecting Sam and keeping away from her. Don't falter now. Please keep doing it for Sam and for Christina.
Sonny. Hey. All right, so what? Alexis asked you to speak with me, right? She's worried because Jason took me and Christina out on the boat, right? But I thought I did what was right. I asked for her permission. I kept Christina really safe the whole entire time. And I know Alexis, she's probably thinking the worst case scenario, guns and power rifles and high-speed chases and pirates and whatever it is that her imagination can think
That could have
of.
happened on Jason's boat.
No, Sonny, we were 50 feet away from the shoreline in the middle of the day.
Look, listen. I don't fault how Alexis cares for her children and all that, but her methods sometimes can be a little out of line. But,
What? She can say the exact same thing about you.
That's not why I called you here.
Okay.
If Alexis dies, she wants Rick to be the one to raise Christina so her and Molly can grow up together. Now, I know, what Rick has done, how I feel about him, and he uses people, all that kind of stuff. But you know what? Alexis needs to know the truth.
No.
Yeah.
No, Sonny. Please. You cannot tell her that I slept with Rick.
Okay, listen to me. Jax is going to be walking through that door any second, and the look on your face is going to tell me what I'm up against. There's one thing for sure. This woman that he's been dragging all over Africa, and God knows where else, she's toast.
About this woman and Jax.
It's okay. I know.
You do?
I know, and it's okay. I get why Jax would be vulnerable to a woman like this. She's a diversion.
Well, then, you may never need to mention it to Jax again.
I had a diversion too, Jane. And he's a doctor, he's good looking, he's arrogant, but he's not Jax. I just wish Jax would have said he missed me or something.
Oh, he does miss you desperately, and I think it's time perhaps you just set all these games aside.
Jax loves games, which is why I know he's going to show up here. And he better have proof that he's kicked that Eurotrash traveling companion to the curb. And if he can't do that, I'm out of here.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, what?
I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you.
The truth is, you probably thought that I was an accident as much as Dad did. And now I'm pregnant. But how can I bring a baby into this world whose parents don't want it? Any more than you and Dad wanted me.
I can't let you have an abortion.
Sonny, if Alexis finds out I slept with Rick, she is gonna hate me. She has got to focus on surviving cancer
I understand
right now.
that.
No, you don't understand. Because if she finds out, she's gonna push me away when she needs me the most.
But
I'm trying really hard not to alienate her right now.
You're letting Alexis manipulate you.
Fine. Fine. If that's the way it has to be, then that's the way it has to be. She needs to focus on getting better, nothing else. And when she gets better, I will tell her about Rick. But if she doesn't, please, don't do this to her right now, please.
Listen, you were underestimating Alexis. She's gonna be hurt, yes, but she's not gonna blame you. You were hurt that night. You were vulnerable because of what was going on with Jason and the whole thing, so...
I don't care. I don't care who blames who in this situation. Alexis will be hurt. Christina will be hurt. Rick, it's her husband. She needs him right now. Even though he's a jerk, who cares?
Yeah. What Alexis needs right now is to know the truth.
No, Sonny,
no,
please,
listen to me.
Don't do this to me, please.
Okay, I got to do what's best, for my daughter. I got to protect my daughter. And if that means telling Alexis about her husband, I'm sorry. There's no other way.
I know that you know that I went to Sonny and asked him to intervene, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have handled it myself. But honest to God, I don't know how to handle any of this because I could be dying, and Sam might be the only mother figure that Christina has.
Alexis, I have learned a really hard lesson about playing God, okay? I'm not going to tell people who they can be with or what they can feel. I'm just not, I can't do it again.
Even if it saves Sam's life and in turn protects Christina from what could be another terrible loss.
Okay, first of all, Christina hasn't lost you, and Sam is she's just going to make her own choices
What about
anyway.
your
You know
choices?
that.
Don't you still love her enough to let her go, Jason?
I tried that, Alexis, and I put us both through hell. Things have happened that we can't take back.
I have my life in my purse. Is there something about this woman you're not telling me?
Jax is lonely and he misses you. I'm sure he's thrilled that you came after
Well, I would think so, but he's not here. Maybe he's bailed on me.
Jax is never one to care for ultimatums. He needs to know that he counts in your life, gold digger or not.
What about what I need, Jane? I'm the one who got left. I trusted Jax. I fell in love with him. I asked him not to leave, and he left anyway. Look, the only reason I'm here... I flew halfway around the world to find Jax. The least he could do is come down here to the bar and see me.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates everything you're doing.
Well, he better, because I will never grovel for another man again. So he better walk in this bar and drop to his knees and come up with one hell of an apology. And tell me that I'm the only woman in the world for him.
Well, truthfully, I may have exaggerated about this woman a bit.
I don't think so.
My apologies for being late. Carly, allow me to introduce my friend.